What's up, everybody? Doc's Daily. It's Friday, July 11th. I'm excited for multiple reasons today, July 11th. It's like I feel lucky on 7-Eleven day always, but
free Slurpee.
Yeah, free Slurpee. I mean, I'm excited. That was three things I'm excited for. Three things. Slurpee Day. It's my dog's birthday. I'm not gonna lie. His big dumbass is 5. So happy birthday, Monster, because I know you're watching in the living room. Happy birthday. And I'm excited for a new show on Doc's Daily, on Doc Sports later. This is Doc's Daily. What are the odds is later. We're going to talk about all of that. Before we get into all of that, though, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We do it for the likes. I'm out here shaking my ass for the likes, folks. You got to hit the like button. You can't win a bet if you don't hit the like button. That's a true story. It's fact-based. You can fact check me all you want. Can't win a bet if you don't hit the like button. Also, drop in the comment sections, whether it's how crazy I am, how clean-shaven Robert is, how, I don't know, I got nothing about the Bears. I don't know. I could just go to the Cubbies today. Cubbies, yes. We'll talk about them. Drop in the comment section what you're on, though. Side, total, prop, or otherwise. We want to hear about it in the comment section. Also, don't forget, free $60 account. New customers, DocSports.com/free60. That's where you sign up, get free $60 in your account. You can use that any way you want. Split it up between these two knuckleheads, 30 a piece, or you could just spend it at 60 towards a week pass, day pass, whatever you want to do. You do you, Pikachu. It's all yours. Sign up below. Also, YouTube Premium, $19.99 for Indian Cowboy level. Premium Plus is $49.99 a month, and you get 3 Doc's expert plays, 2, 3, 4-star plays from Craig Trapp in a video format. He'll drop that for you every day for you there, and do that on desktop. I learned this. I don't say this enough. I got to remind people, pay for this on the desktop if you get into this. On your mobile device, will charge you anywhere from $10 to $20, I've heard, more per month just for viewing it on a mobile device. So do it on the desktop. Save yourself some money, $49.99. Great value over there. I'm out of breath now. The boys are back. Abe's here. What's happening, Abe, on a Friday? Friday, 7-Eleven day. Nick, I'm just going to tell you I'm on your Cubs nerfy. Cubs Yankees nerfy. That's the only play I really like today.
I like it. I will bet that one with you. I'll be a degenerate here today on a Friday. But yesterday was a really, really good day. All sports sweep. I told you guys I was keeping it low volume there. We're coming right back again today with low volume here. We have one play each sport, one play in baseball, WNBA, and the prop side of things, and CFL. All 4-unit plays there across the board. Like I said, it's going to be a big weekend here on tap. We got a massive card in the UFC, and then obviously CFL is rolling around. So we got a huge weekend on tap, so make sure to tap in.
Nice. Robert, what do you got going on?
Standard 10-play baseball card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10 plays.
9. Sorry. Standard 9-play baseball card.
I got 1.
Monday and Tuesday, I hit 7-unit plays and a 5-unit play for plus 2,300. I'm having a winning season in baseball, so I'm just going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing. Nothing big in the WNBA today. I will have a 7-unit play in the Club World Cup game on Sunday in soccer. It'll probably be my last summer soccer play. Again, I've shown a profit with my summer soccer again, and that's all I set out to do. I wasn't trying to make anybody rich, just win some money and have some fun, right? So I'll have my last big play there, and I will have a 7-unit play in baseball tomorrow. But I like today's baseball card. I kind of like a couple of these series this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny how we've talked a little bit about this during the week, just baseball leading up to the All-Star break and how everybody approaches it. Some go a little lighter, like Nick was saying, a little lighter volume just going into the All-Star break, some going out of the All-Star break as well, where Robert's just like, small card, 9 plays, MLB card, but if you're seeing it right, you're seeing it right. And you shouldn't don't try and foresee I won't see it right next week. You see it right today. You seen it right yesterday. Keep riding, trust yourself that kind of go, but you got to stay with money management. We preach that all the time too. So,
well, that's the thing. My biggest play today is 2 units. So that's my system is I have more plays, a higher volume of plays, but fewer units on each play. I know for a lot of guys, standard play is 4 units. Okay. I may have, 10 units going, but it's spread across 6 plays. So just my history, my experience has shown that this is a successful long-term model. So that's what I do.
That's a kind of my approach to baseball. And plus there's so much baseball, but like I'm a smaller unit size play, but I have more action. And that's probably just because I'm more of a degenerate than an actual, he has a model, and I'm just like, oh, hell yeah, let's ride. There's a $20 bill. You know what I mean? It's more that, but it's the same general principle. I got a lot more spread out over more, littler amounts over more. But then come football season, I'm exact opposite. I have a handful of plays and I smack those plays. So I think it depends on the season, the sport, the capper, whether
it definitely does. Like baseball is so ripe for statistical modeling, right? Yes. Because there's just so many different numbers and so many different angles that you can take in baseball that's exactly what it is compared to a sport like basketball, which for me is very much more intuitive. It's just what I'm seeing when I'm watching teams. It's more of a flow sport in general. So I handicap it from more of just kind of a flow perspective. Like, I don't watch a ton of baseball because I feel like it kind of taints my perspective a little bit, where I try and stick more to the numbers when it comes to baseball. Like just follow the systems. And there's so many games, 162 games for 30 teams. I mean, you do the math right there. So there's just these systems, if they're good, they have enough time to play out over the course of a season versus like a sport like football, where you might have a great statistical model. But there's only, 12, 13 games in college, 16, 17 games. Like there's not enough games for systems to be successful every single season in football like they do in baseball.
That's fair. I'll tell you what, you mentioned football, and I had this conversation last night with a friend of mine, and the NFL is the NFL. Everybody's excited for the NFL. I'm excited for Maction. I'm excited for a Tuesday Bowling Green, Toledo, Wednesday night over. Just run it. I want it so bad. I know you don't want to hear none of it. No. I like Mac. I'm a Maction guy.
Good. Some people have their niche things. Go for it.
College basketball is that so big. I tell people kind of just follow a conference when you're if you really want to handicap, like learn that conference. When you learn that conference, then you can move on to another conference or whatever. I grew up on Maction in the Big Ten.
It's like in the blood.
It's right in the left hand. It is what it is. It's, Hockey Town USA. Nick, who we got for a free play for us in baseball today? Let's talk some MLB.
Let's do it. Let's look at this Los Angeles Dodgers and that San Francisco game later tonight. Obviously, the Dodgers, they're still in first divisional matchup here. They're in first place, the Dodgers, and the Giants are right behind them. They're 5 games back from these Dodgers here, but the Dodgers on a 6-game losing streak right now. It's a falling knife. They got Dustin May on the mound here. He's 5-5 on this season, and he actually has a very good ERA. He has a 1.62 lifetime ERA over the Giants here. And then for the Giants, they got Logan Webb back on the mound. He's pitching back at home where he pitches his best here. He's got 120 innings of work. He has 133 strikeouts. Clearly, he's got some nasty stuff here. And they're 1 game below 500. The San Francisco Giants here are at home. To me, this screams public money is all over the Los Angeles Dodgers. You're giving them plus money here. Who's not going to take the Dodgers, right? Wrong. I'm taking the Giants here with Logan Webb. I think that he does a good enough job here. He will go 6 to 7 innings and limit that damage. I lean towards that under in this game as well, sitting at 7.5. But I'm on the Giants. I'm not grabbing the fallen knife here with this Los Angeles Dodgers team. Losers of 6. Public's going to be all over the Dodgers here, plus money. I like the Giants with their best ace on the mound here at home, Lenny.
I have mixed emotions about this game, and it just screams mixed emotions for me. The San Francisco Niner fan, he also likes the Giants money line and Webb over K's. That's fair. Robert, what do you got going on in MLB today?
Well, I'm going to say I like the read on the number Nick. The fact that the Giants are favored is kind of a red flag. And I think you're right. I think the public is going to see the Dodgers and plus money and just instantly gravitate to that. The only reason that I stayed away from that game, and while I'll probably stay away from the series, I don't like the rivalry aspect. I agree. Like, the Dodgers aren't playing well right now, and they look like a team that's just kind of limping towards the All-Star break, right? They want a little time off. Like, you see that, no problem there. And if they were playing pretty much anybody else in the National League outside of the division, I'd probably be betting against them too. But I hate the rivalry aspect of it. You never know what's going to snap a team to life, and just the hatred between these two teams. I feel like that's going to be on full display at sometime this weekend. But for me, somebody in the comments section was asking about Shane Smith. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep fading him. Like, obviously, we got a doubleheader today, so that means a doubleheader chase with Cleveland. I was debating over whether or not that should be my only play on the card today. Pretty much guarantee a profit because I think it's just that much of a moneymaker. But these are what you dream of with doubleheader chases. Like, Cleveland is undervalued. They've underperformed. Like, this team is better than its record. Okay, I'm absolutely convinced that Cleveland is a better baseball team than what their record is. You're shaking your head because you're a homer. But
I'm not. Well, going into this season, I just think they're I think they're a 500 ball club.
But so that's what I'm saying. They're 10 games under 500. You know what I mean? Like, they're way. Or no. It looks like they're only five games under 500. Like, I don't think they're a 95 win team. I agree with you on that. But they're better than they've played. This is a team that probably should be 5 games over 500 rather than 5 games under 500. That's what I'm seeing. So we're getting low odds. Like, both games are like -120, -110. Somewhere around that on Cleveland. And let's put it this way. Whatever you think of Cleveland, they're a hell of a lot better than the White Sox. The White Sox suck. Like, you should be betting on betting against the White Sox every day just on spec, right? Like we do with the Rockies.
So the
fact that we don't have to lay big juice in either one of these games makes it perfect. So go 2 units on game 1 with Cleveland. If that wins, scoop your money. Day's done. You had a winning day. First round's on me. If you lose game 1, come back with 4 units on the game 2 with Cleveland, because again, they're not going to get swept today. I don't think Cleveland gets swept. I don't think the White Sox are in a position to really sweep anybody. If anything, the more likely scenario is that Cleveland wins both of these games. So
I don't want to jinx it, Robert, but yesterday I did that theory with the New York Mets, and it didn't work out so well for me. I hammered the Mets, my 1 unit. They obviously lost the first game of that doubleheader with Peterson on the bump. Went right back to him. I'm like, no way the Mets are getting swept here, and they lose that game. Unbelievable by the Baltimore Orioles. Didn't work out yesterday, but hopefully it works out today.
See that, like, I didn't release a doubleheader chase in that one yesterday, and the reason why is that I feel like those two teams are really equal in talent. What I like to do with these doubleheader chases is where you have a mismatch, right? Where one team is obviously better than the other one, and it's like, they're not going to get swept. Like I'm with you. I could have saw the Mets sweeping the Orioles yesterday. That wouldn't have shocked me if that had happened. And I wasn't shocked to see the Orioles sweep the Mets. I would be shocked today if the White Sox won both of these games. Like, that would be a surprise thing. So with these doubleheader chases, like, they work better if there's a big imbalance in the series. You know what I mean? The Dodgers are playing the Reds type of thing. Like, when there's a big imbalance where you're like, would I be stunned if this team won both of these games? Yes. Okay. That's a good chase situation. The Mets suck, by the way. The Mets are just losers.
Awful.
They're so
Aren't you a Mets fan too, Robert?
Yes. It's tough. Yes.
Yeah. You can always tell a fan by their, like, they suck so bad.
Right. Like, nobody hates their team as much as a fan. Like, they're idiots.
Listen, after week 1 of the NFL, I will be taking Lions stuff down probably. I will be so mad.
It's a good matchup week 1 too for the Lions. Who do they have?
Green Bay.
Green Bay, that's right. Yep.
In Green Bay. I think it's in Green Bay too.
Mexico.
So I'm okay with that though, because you get that cold weather game out of the way early.
You and I are good friends now, Lenny. We're not going to be good friends this fall. I'm selling lots of Lions stock.
Bear down, baby.
I understand. I understand that.
One word. It's a schedule.
It's a mother of a schedule for sure.
That's why the Bears aren't going to be any better in the win column this year. The Bears will make advancements. The Bears will be better. They will be a better team because we don't have the same level of incompetent coaching that we had last year, plus year 2 of Caleb Williams, and plus we've just improved the talent level on the roster. The Bears are going to be a better team. Their record probably isn't going to be any better because their schedule is ridiculous. Like, that division is not just the toughest division in the NFL by far. Last year is one of the best divisions of all time. Like, no division had ever had 3 teams with 13 or more wins in it. And if you look at their record against the rest of the NFL, they won like 70% of their games or 75% of their games against the rest of the league. Like, none of those teams got much worse. So, they're just big. The Lions are going to be victims of their own success. The Bears are going to be victims of the fact that the North is just stacked.
The North is stacked. And it's been a long time that we could just say that. Since the black and blue division, we would call it when the Buccaneers were still in that division. That's how long ago I have to go back for that division to be relevant, in my opinion.
The Bears might be favored to win 3 other divisions: AFC South, NFC South, and you could make an argument if they were in the NFC West. Okay, like if you swap them with the Rams, let's say, or something like that. Like, you could make an argument that the Bears could be favored to win 3 other divisions. They're probably going to finish in last place in this division.
Don't tell me that, Robert.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's not. And I will. This is the nicest thing I'm going to say about Bears all year. So, Bears fans, get your pen and paper out. They are a product, like Robert says, of their division. They will be better than their 5 wins last year, maybe 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see them going 8 and 9.
Right, you take a step forward, but you still compete with Homer or whatever, a stacked Lions offense. You're still competing with Minnesota, even though JJ McCarthy, I don't know, whatever. And the Packers are the Packers. But my opinion, I really think the Vikings are overrated.
I agree. I think that they are the team with the most implosion potential
this year.
Yes, okay. Because if you look at their starting 22, they're starting 11 on offense, they're starting 11 on defense. Like, you could make an argument that they're top 3 in the NFL. Okay, like they are just absolutely loaded. Like, they got Pro Bowlers all over there. The problem is they don't have a lot of depth. Nope. All right. And JJ McCarthy, we don't know what we're going to get. Now, I kind of defer to their head coach here. Like, he's kind of a quarterback savant type of thing. Like, look what he got out of Kirk Cousins, and then what Kirk Cousins did when he left. Look at what he did with Sam Darnold. Like, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. And frankly, I think if Nick strapped on the pads and was throwing to Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson behind that offensive line, I think Nick could put up 3,800 yards and 28 touches, right? Like, so JJ McCarthy, like, things are kind of laid out for you. But, again, I don't like the depth, and they were so fluky last year with their wins, like their record in close games, their yards per points, their turnover margins, like all those statistics that we tab every year for regression. Minnesota is like flashing red lights, right? Like, they beat their Las Vegas season win total by 8 games last year. That is the most. That's the most that anyone has beaten the Vegas win total by in 20 years.
Robert is a plethora of NFL knowledge.
He's getting ready.
I'm already in it, man.
I know you've been in it for a few weeks.
NFL, I'm like up to here in college preparation.
That's fair. And I know I'm a homer. I'm a Lions homer, and they're not going to repeat that 15-2. That might be the best season we ever have. Okay, it was last season. I expect the Lions to go 11-6, 12-5. I feel like that's regression from last year, but they still win the division, not as handedly or whatever. You know what I mean? So I try to check my homerness. I try to check it, but we'll see. We're going to talk a lot more about NFL. AFC, what division are we talking on? What are the odds?
We're going to go through all the divisional odds in the AFC this weekend. We're going to do the NFC next weekend. So we're going to break down divisional odds and kind of our predictions and where the value is, where we see the numbers moving. But if you're ready for some football talk, what are the odds? It's going to be all football today. But look, again, I don't want to rain on your parade here, Lenny, but just like there is a world. I am looking at Detroit's schedule right now. Okay. There is a world where this team is 2-6.
Whoa.
Listen, they start at Green Bay. Very good Green Bay team. That's a divisional game. Week 2, they play the Bears. Vastly improved. The Bears probably should have beaten them on Thanksgiving. You have Ben Johnson going up against his old team. So there's a lot of knowledge that he is going to have that he's going to be able to utilize against them. But that being said, let's give the Lions the win there. Then they go play at Baltimore. They're not winning that game. They'll play Cleveland. That's a win. The fucking Browns are losers. Excuse my language. Then they're at Cincinnati the week before they go to Kansas City. Okay, like theoretically, they could lose both those games. Like it wouldn't be a massive upset. Maybe they're a pick 'em against the Bengals. They're going to be underdogs at Kansas City. The week after that, they play a very good Tampa Bay team. Which did Tampa Bay beat them last year?
Yeah, Tampa Bay is a thorn in our side. Always and forever will always be. It's
Baker
just
Mayfield, baby.
Okay, so whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 games, and I have 2 wins. Okay, Bears and Browns. I'm just saying that it's not ridiculous that like what I just walked through. It is not ridiculous that they're 2-5 or maybe 3-4 after those 7 games. Like that wouldn't be a shocker. And then by the way, their next 3 games: Vikings, Commanders, Eagles. 3 more playoff teams. 2 of those games are on the road right there.
Those first 7 games that at Cincy, at Kansas City, at Baltimore, we win 1 of them.
Okay.
I don't care which one. We win 1 of them. You pick them however you want to. The other 2 say we lose. I'll toss the coin on Tampa. We do not lose to Green Bay in Green Bay. We own them in Green Bay. And Chicago, because it's at home, I'll take that first. I whip Trent Jansen's ass.
Agreed, but that still puts you at 4-3. That still puts you at 4-3 after 7 games, staring down the Vikings, Commanders, Eagles. Which again, it's not unrealistic to think that they only win 1 of those 3 games, 2 of them being on the road at Washington, at Philadelphia. Okay, at which case we were talking about the Lions at 5-5 at the midway point. All right, now things soften up. They got a game against the Giants. They host the Cowboys in early December. They get the Bears and Vikings again, but I don't think that they're going to sweep the Bears this year. They have to go play the Rams. Like, I'm just telling you, it's not completely unrealistic that they fall back to 9 wins.
I really feel like the last 2 weeks, that at Minnesota, at Chicago, those last 2 games will be for probably Minnesota to a wild card, maybe Chicago. That's where Chicago beats us, is in Chicago in the last game. That's where Ben Johnson splits the series with us.
Sure.
In my mind, I'm hoping that last game is irrelevant because we will already have the division locked up. And then that's why the Bears win. And that's how I've already justified splitting the series with the Bears. So,
right. But
this is a whole show by itself, Robert. We could argue about Lions schedule.
Lions and Bears over here.
3 of the last 4 games for Detroit are on the road. They got to make that cross-country flight out to the Rams on December 14th, right? Then that home game against Pittsburgh before those last 2 road games. Now, the thing about Pittsburgh is doesn't matter if they're have a winning record, losing, like that's always a tough game. Pittsburgh's never a tough game. And it's a physical game. Like they're going to come in there and beat the piss out of each other. And at that point in the season, playing a tough physical team in a tough physical game, and then you got to go on the road for the next 2 games against 2 divisional rivals. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's not that I don't like the Lions. It's not that I don't think that they're a good team.
We hate the Lions. Come on,
and you look at the brain drain, that it's not like this doesn't happen every single year in the NFL, where some team that won the division and won double-digit games and won 12, 13, 14, 15 games, all right, comes back the next year and doesn't, because that's what the league is, right? So
That's fair. All right.
All right, let's get back.
Listen, it's my dog's birthday. He's a Lions.
No more football talk here.
Sad.
We got
what else we got? We got any talk about the WNBA? What are your chances? We talk about the WNBA tonight. I don't have anything in the WNBA, nor probably I will never have an opinion on the WNBA. So I'm gonna.
Alex has an 8-unit game of the year tonight in the WNBA. I'm not 100% sure what that game is. In that Indiana game that you mentioned, though, I kind of like the total. I'm kind of looking at the total here. And I kind of like the over a little bit. Indiana, they only scored 61 points their last game. That's not likely to happen again. I don't think that they're going to shoot that poorly. They shot, 26 of 70 in their last game. They shot 37% from the field. They shot worse from the field than they did from the three-point line. So I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce back there. They're playing at home, which that they shoot the ball better in their own gym. So I kind of like the over. It's a big number, and I don't love the play. But if we're asking about the Fever's chances today, I like the total in that game. And honestly, Indiana's season, if you go back, Lenny, to Doc's Daily early in the season, what I said we're fading Indiana. That's the only thing that you could do this year, right? Like you have to bet against the superstar, the savior, and they have not been good against the spread this year. So I have very little interest in jumping on that train. So no, I'm looking at the total there.
The train for the WNBA is Golden State and the Valkyries.
Right?
I mean, it's just like that's the even me as the layman's WNBA fan. Like I bet the WNBA when somebody on Docs tells me to bet the WNBA. So and I have made money in the WNBA. I can follow that trend. The Golden State Valkyries is they're above 500, 10-9. I don't think they pegged them to win very many games at all this year.
Expansion team. I mean, but they fit the profile of great underdogs in any sport. They are great defensively. They are all effort all the time, and they are great defensively. And that's kind of what I'm looking for in an underdog is teams that are tough, that are physical, that play with grit, and that play good defense. And they're catching a ton of points every game. So even when they lose, they're usually hanging around. So yeah, keep going to the well there.
That's fair. Go ahead.
Little two-team nerfy parlay. We got to bounce back. We got the Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. You got Castillo and Tarek Skubal on the bump. That's a nerfy right there. And I lean towards that under in the full game 7.5. And as well, we got to go with Paul Skeens. Parlay that up as well. I think the Minnesota Twins with Ryan on the mound and Paul Skeens. Obviously, Pittsburgh Pirates haven't been hitting the baseball as of late here. So I like Ryan in this situation and obviously Paul Skeens. So go ahead and two-team parlay that nerfy right there, folks. You should get plus money there. Sorry, go ahead, Lenny.
No, you're fine. I was going to bring up my nerfy. We talked about baseball and you guys free plays. I like the Cubs-Yankees nerfy. That's the only I got a couple small plays and some nerfies. I know. Flexing on the mound. Rodon on the mound, and it scares me.
Tongue, man. I'm biting my tongue over here on that one because I love the Yankees. I love the over. Chris Flexen sucks. God, that guy is awful. He is so bad. I could not believe it when I saw his name on the board today. I could not believe it when I saw his name on the board. I was like, that is a misprint. Like, there's no way that that's a real thing. That's the game today that I feel like I'm going to be mad that I didn't put more on it, is the Yankees run line.
Oh, look at this guy. Griffin can't show up to Doc's Daily, but he gives me a Mets Royals nerfy. Somebody asked about.
Speaking of 8-unit plays, too, I know that Griffin has a CFL 8-unit play game of the year going off tonight, too. So that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got 8 units game of the years tonight. So let's get them.
He is off to a great start in CFL. I think he's 5-0 on his top plays so far, like 5-0 plus 3,500. He's won like five straight 7-unit plays in the CFL. So, okay, listen, Lenny, you're not helping these people right now. You're not helping these people right now posting these numbers. Here's why. And here's the whole thing. Cody Senga is making his first start in a month.
I know.
He was unhittable before he got hurt, but he got hurt, and this is his first start. He got lit up for 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings in Binghamton in his rehab start. And I know it's a rehab start. They're not even really trying to get guys out. They're just trying to get their pitches and their feel back. But the guy had a 1.47 ERA. Even if he hadn't gotten hurt, what direction was that ERA going to go the rest of the year? Okay, it was going to go up. On top of that, weather report, we got 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out in Kansas City. It's about 82, 83 degrees. So it's hot. It's humid. The wind's blowing out. Senga coming back. I'm not saying that there will be runs scored in the first inning. I am just saying be careful with that one because that was another game that I took the over and I took the Royals. So I'm like, there's no way Cody Senga should be favored here. And this is another one of those series. The Mets got swept yesterday in Baltimore, right? Which means they had to blow through a bunch of their bullpen in those two games. They had to travel after playing 2 games yesterday, and they got the All-Star break on deck, so they know they have a week off coming, and they're stuck in Kansas City. So, like, what's New York's motivation level going to be in this game tonight as well? So, you know, I don't know. Rain in the forecast, though, that game might not even be played, or there might be a delay. But
see, I'm a degenerate. I'll bet the Nervy and the over.
Nice.
I'm just saying. I mean,
the Nervy, independent wagers.
6 outs. That's 6 outs for my Nervy.
I need Fox HT State saying, I'm on the Cubs money line. Yankees are garbage and frauds. I don't disagree that the Yankees are garbage and frauds. However, they got rid of LeMahieu. Manager went to bat for Volpe. They've won 4 straight. They just swept a good Seattle team, which is not nothing. Okay. Right. You never know when a little locker room shakeup can spark a team. And watching them play, they just scored 25 runs in 3 games after they didn't hit the ball for a month, right? Like, this might be one of those situations where they're a little pissed off, they're a little focused. Like I said, they got that spark. And again, if you want to back Chris Flexen, you go right ahead, man.
I'm backing him for 3 outs.
I need him to get off today.
3 outs.
I'll do that today. I'm not feeling too confident in my Cubbies. Let's just say that today. So
I'm not saying they're going to win or anything. I'm just saying 3 outs, Chris Flexen, or you're automatically off the Christmas.
The Yankees might be so busy laughing at him and the fact that he's pitching in the first inning that he might get those first 3 outs.
I hope he pitches a perfect game. All right, we're going to bounce on out of here. In about 30 minutes, what are the odds right here on Doc Sports with Robert Faringa and Rafael Esparza? We can't forget Rafael. They will be here. What are the odds? About a half hour live on that show. Later on today, 6 o'clock Eastern, new show premiering with Rafael and myself, betting outside the box. That's at 6 o'clock Eastern. So check that out as well. Got a lot of stuff. This is just the beginning. Football season's coming. We got a lot of shows on the pipe, live shows, pre-recorded, all that good stuff. And then, as always, you always get the necessary evil free picks. Good luck unless you're against this Saturday morning. Griffin Murphy will be here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Anything else you guys want to plug before we bounce?
No, you did a great job.
Big weekend. Let's get it.
I feel like you tore me down with the Lions. Just
bear down.
Listen, it's for your own good.
No, it's not.
It's for your own good. You got to prepare yourself for this stuff.
Can I tell you quickly, 30-second story? My 13-year-old plays in a travel tackle football league. He's on a new club this year, and they voted on their team name, and their team name is Duh Pack because their head coach is a Bears fan. And I'm like, bro, I messaged him last night, and I said, we might walk. And he's like, what do you mean? We're going to another club? I'm like, they don't call me Detroit Lenny for me to be involved in a Duh Pack.
I can't even
have your kids start doing this.
No. He'll be out on this. No. Good luck unless you're against me. Goodbye.